My name is Patricia. I'm from Cozumel, Mexico. I'm 20 years old. I have two brothers. My parents are divorced. I am currently enrolled in school at the Universidad de Cozumel. I guess things started going bad when I was 4 years old. I did not quite understand what was going on with my parents at the time, but this is what has caused all this mess. My parents divorced when I was just 4 years old. We used to live in the outer banks of the reef in Cozumel, but me and my brothers moved with my mom to the inner city of the reef there in Cozumel, and it was alright. It was a little different, but other than the fact that we were in a different location, things weren't too different because my padre was still there in the area, and so I still saw him most of the time, but not always. I guess when I was about 8 years old, I started having trouble in school. I did not quite understand what was being taught in the classroom because I started to care less. I did not really see the importance in what I was learning, and I had no desire to learn, and I really just did not want to do anything, which is bad considering I was so young. And starting then, I started hanging out with some interesting people, and I guess you could say I possibly started smoking when I was just 10 years old, but I guess it wasn't so bad. All we did was take the reed from one of the coral plants in the coral reef, and we would take it and we would, I mean, have a good time, but it's not quite as intense as human smoking. It is less damaging to the body and less addictive, so it wasn't too big of a problem. When I was 14, I had my first boyfriend, and his name was Pedro, and we met in secondary school. Excuse me. Pardon. Ay, pardon. Alegran. See. We first met in my high school hall. I was on my way to teaching class where we learned how humans haunt us and how they desire to have our bodies and the desire to know how we behave. And it's just really creepy. I don't know. I do not like it. So I do not go to class often. But this day I did go to class. And on my way to class, I bumped into the bedroom and dropped all my stuff in the middle of the floor. And he picked it up, with his things. And he nursed it underneath his tail fin. And because that's how we carry it. And he was like, "Excuse me, miss. Hey, perdón. Perdóname." He said, "Excuse me, miss. I believe you have dropped these. Where are you going to?" And I told him where I was going. And he carried my books for me. And on the way, we laughed and laughed and laughed. And we just had a glorious time. A glorious time. And from then on, we were inseparable. And we loved each other. Yes, we loved each other. And it was perfect. On my 16th birthday, I was laying out in the sun because in Cozumel the water is very clear and the sun will come through the water and you can be warm. You can feel the warmth from the sun a couple of feet beneath the surface of the water. And I was laying there and I was sunning myself, and my friend Patricia, she came and got me and said, P, that's what they call me, P. And they said, P, you must come quick. Pedro is not well. I said, Patricia, what are you talking about? I just saw Pedro, not but 2 hours ago. And Patricia says, no, P, you must come. He is not okay. He's been in a horrible accident, and I don't quite remember what happened. Ay, pardon. I just remember running. Well, not running. It would be running for the human. But for us, I was swimming as fast as I could. And I got to where he was. And he just lay in pieces. Just simply attached by 2 little veins. I kept him alive. Pedro had been eaten by a shark, or attacked by a shark, and he was so brave and so loving. And that was the first time. Yes, that was the first time that I felt the beating. I felt the beating of my heart, and I felt my body beginning to expand in ways it had never expanded before. And then I felt these odd sensations where part of my body began to project from itself, and I did not quite understand, but I was going to my hold on. I was going through this transformation, and all I could think was, how can this be happening? What is going on? What's happening to my body? And how can Pedro see me like this in his last days, his last moments? And I began to cry, saying, Pedro, Pedro. I just did not understand. But as he closed his eyes, he said, P, come here. I have something to say to you. I said, what is it, Pedro? Tell me anything, and I would listen. I would listen to the ends of the earth, to what you have to say to me, because you are everything to me. And Pedro said, he tells me, I hope you dance. And I was confused. But in my confusion, I began to become my normal self, my regular size, and the feeling went away because of my confusion. I said, what? He said, I hope you dance. And those were his final words to me. I hope you dance.